Hi guys, my name is Meriana Dinkova and I'm a marriage and family therapist living in Los Angeles. And I have developed over the years the system of psychological, neo-shamanistic and spiritual tools, as well as some somatic techniques for navigating altered states of consciousness, which are applicable to a number of different medicines. And since it is the International Mushroom Day is coming up tomorrow, the 20th of September, I would love to speak about mushrooms as interdimensional allies. I have spoken a lot about ayahuasca and I have been presenting my system for navigating altered states to a lot of conferences and festivals all over the world, often connected with ayahuasca. And this time I would like to speak about mushrooms. I have also led retreats, medicine work retreats since 2013, and I work with people from all over the world over Skype, FaceTime, and different media as well as in person, helping them with the preparation and integration of medicine work sessions. And there are some things about mushrooms that I would like to bring more to the collective awareness, since there is a lot about ayahuasca gets taken much more seriously, and mushrooms are often still seen as this party drug, which they do have the ability to be, and they have a lot of capacity to bring in the inner child and to bring in what I used to call the cosmic innocence, which is the ability to be so in the moment, to bring the wonder, to bring the natural curiosity to it. And also, on the other hand, they can go deep. I know that ayahuasca and mushrooms are two of my deepest allies, and I have humongous respect for both of them. And in this video, I want to also mention that they can be amazing interdimensional allies. That in my experience, they're also they have the ability to open to part of us, since we are multidimensional beings, and often they activate those parts of us that are much more than human, the way I see it. And I remember the very first time I did mushrooms, it was my also first experience where my hands were taken over, like parts of my body. I was able to give it to this consciousness to lead, which later became much more refined and later became much more into mudras and into going to places for self-healing and activation of the energy field. Although the very first time that happened, it was much more like, wow, who is this? Like, I could control it, I could stop it if I wanted to, but on the other hand, it was really fascinating, the ability to give a consciousness to your body and to see what it like, to let it navigate it, co-navigate it, almost share the vehicle with another consciousness. In my workshop, in my retreats with ayahuasca, I also teach people how to give their body to the experience and be able to sense into these places of our inner knowing. Although I do want to share my very first experience with mushrooms when that happened when I was 18 in the wrong setting in a club in Vienna. And when I remember the first time feeling that the part of my body is being guided by something else than me, which was kind of interesting until at some point it started coming close to my face. And I remember going, hey, we just met, don't touch me yet. And over the years, though, it can become a really beautiful relationship. So that's one of the things I want to invite you, if you are a mushroom lover and if you like playing with those energies and those medicines and guides, plant guides, is to see what happens if you almost relax your arms and you let it be guided by the medicine. Like, just sense where they want to go, sense how the fingers want to hold themselves, because sometimes you can go into really beautiful mudras. Sometimes it has a way of opening the energy in ways that you didn't know have the ability to sense. And a lot of people can go cerebral or go into child's pose or get comfortable, but I would invite you to maybe sit up and really give it to your body and see where it wants to go, what movements it wants to do, what centers of your body it wants to focus itself. Another thing is also that sometimes mushrooms open our consciousness to being to being able to merge either with, I mean, it can be said other entities, but sometimes it feels like it's other aspects of us that are bigger than the terrestrial, bigger than the human, or different. So sometimes I would invite you also to see what it's like to give whatever alterations happen in your consciousness a sound, not even a voice sometimes, but see what happens when at some point you give expression to your state of being with the sound, being like, like we have so many more different expressions, and as humans we're stuck in language. Very few of us sing, and even there is the sense of having to follow somebody else's melody. So feel free to see what happens when you invite your movement and you invite your sound and your whole being to embrace some of the other parts of consciousness that we're open to in those states. I remember Barbara Marciniak calling, when she was channeling, said in one of the early books I read after I got in, when she was channeling the Pleiadians, after I got into Jane Roberts, who was channeling Seth, who is still one of my Bibles. But I remember Barbara Marciniak talking about the human consciousness being something like an interdimensional airport, and that we open up for other beings to log in, have an experience and log out, log in, have an experience and log out. And I think that's very true also with mushrooms. And I love teaching people how to have a productive and safe and interesting relationship with those aspects of our consciousness. If you're curious and if you have some personal experiences that you would like to work over, or you would like some guidance in preparation or integration of mushroom journeys, feel free to reach out to me. I love working with people on different kinds of medicine, from different parts of medicine journeys. Like a lot of people who come to me are working with ayahuasca. Other ones are working with MDMA, and some of them work with mushrooms or other medicines. And in my sessions, I help people custom make a toolkit about how to navigate the experience. And I'm using my knowledge as a psychotherapist to define what is specifically the areas we want to help with the plant medicine. And also how we can identify different skills about how to either call in for the certain aspects of that energy for help and support, or also invoke those parts in ourselves that know how to not just navigate the experience, but align different parts in ways that are beyond our human knowledge and ability to understand. And some of those sessions, preparation as well as integration sessions, can be extremely powerful. And I know that when I work with clients who have worked with deep medicine journeys, and the integration can be one of the most beautiful processes when your body already has a certain knowledge about what attunement feels like and what alignment feels like, or what being one with source or with parts of your higher self can feel like in a somatic and energetic level. So feel free to reach out to me in whatever support around or in your journey you would like. I'm usually help people before and afterwards. And as I said, we can work over Skype or FaceTime or any other video medium, unless you're in Los Angeles and want to come to me in person. And I'm looking forward to hearing from you. Thank you. And you can find my information in my website below. Looking forward.